What's up, everyone? We're back with another Memphis main news, and here we have a woman charged with attempted murder after attacking her boyfriend. Police say, right? So here's Miss Jerica Thomas. Um, Jerica Thomas.
Okay. They're wishing infinite for someone to feed them. Hope I'm the one in them bitches is leeching. Watching my moves, but can't unpeach. I'm presidential, Michelle, my teacher. Blizzy and Trey, yeah, they're my people.
Is a woman who's facing charges after police say she assaulted her boyfriend. Jerica Thomas is charged with aggravated assault and attempted second degree murder. According to the police affidavit, Thomas told officers her boyfriend assaulted her. A witness told police that Thomas then went looking for the victim and found him walking in a field. That's when she allegedly ran him over with the car. Police say Thomas then got out of her car and began hitting the victim with sticks. She then put the victim in her trunk and drove him to the hospital. Thomas was given a $100,000 bond. She is due in court Wednesday for a bond hearing, right? My thing about this is, Jerica, I don't understand why they giving you attempted second degree murder. You never intended to murder that man. You just wanted to hurt him really, really, really bad. Apparently, y'all is in some domestic violence relationship where it is mutual, maybe mutual domestic violence, allegedly. And I don't think that they should have got you for attempted second degree murder. Honestly, aggravated assault would have been done because you put that man in your trunk. Okay, you put that man in your trunk and you took him to the hospital. And a lot of people don't even do that. And it says that she was assaulted first. So I guess nobody saw the initial assault. Nobody saw what he did to get her to the point where she ran this man down, then ran this man over, then got out her car and beat him with a stick. And then she was so distraught about what she had did. She put him in the trunk because she wanted to make sure he had plenty of room. She put him in the trunk to take him to the hospital. It's just it's just it's amazing, y'all. You don't see these things very often, right? So she is on $100,000 bond. I didn't see them give people who deserve to have 100,000 bond. I didn't see them give them $5,000 bond. And you gonna give this lady a $5,000 bond? It says, and then it says she hit a man with a car and beat him with the stick at a Raleigh apartment complex on Sunday. Okay, the Lux at Raleigh apartment on 4173 Trost Drive is where she did the assault. Now I know I done lived in the Raleigh area. Okay, I done lived in the Raleigh area. Shout out to Spring Valley. Okay, but and I done seen a lot of strange things happen in the Raleigh area. First of all, there's some rough people over around there. There's some rough people, and I just don't. I'm trying to have. I'm trying to really not be biased on this, because I have seen some men do some really, really, really rough things to females, and they don't retaliate. And so Miss Jerica said, "You're not gonna play me like no hoe," and she didn't, and she wasn't no hoe. Let's just be very clear, she was not no hoe, and she pulled down. So and it says a witness told police that Thomas was assaulted by the man. She went looking for him and found him walking in a field. That is when Thomas allegedly ran him over with the front of her vehicle and then backed up. Now you didn't ran over him and backed up, Jerica. Now you weren't supposed to back up. The witness said she then began hitting him with sticks before helping him up, putting him in the trunk and taking him to Methodist North Hospital. Right? Police say the man was airlifted to Regional One Hospital suffering a broken pelvis, lacerated liver, and spinal fracture. He won't ever, you hear me? He won't ever put his hands on nobody else. Okay? a broken pelvis, a lacerated liver, and a spinal fracture, he won't ever put his hands on nobody else. Ever. Thomas was arrested at her home and brought to the Family Safety Center. Jerica Thomas is charged with aggravated assault and criminal attempt of second degree murder. I don't think she really tried to kill the man. If convicted, she could face up to 45 years in jail. She is due back in court. Of course, she was due back in court yesterday, right? Which was October the 2nd of 2024. So prayers for Jerica and prayers for her boyfriend who apparently got a broken pelvis, a lacerated liver, and spinal fracture. So what can we learn from Jerica's story? Right? What can we learn from Jerica Thomas? We learn that sometimes it is best to one, just leave the situation alone. Okay. Once he put her hands on her, she should have been done and she should have been, over with. We can learn that lesson. That's a lesson that can be learned. And two, we can learn that you keep your hands to yourself and I keep my car to myself. Okay. Sometimes if you put your hands on people, they might run you over with a car. Okay. They might fuck your pelvis up and fracture your spine. Okay. There's some things that we should definitely take in consideration before we put our hands on people or when we retaliate. That the fan can really be hit. Okay. Things could really, really turn for the worst. Okay. So prayers to Jerica Thomas. Okay. I pray that, he pulled through. So we definitely don't want a murder charge. We pray he pulled through for recovery. We pray that he say, hey, I put my hands on her and I shouldn't have done that. And so she put her hands on me. Well, she put her car on me. And she pulled up and she pulled back and she pulled up and she pulled back. Okay. And she pulled up again. And she got out with a walking stick and beat his ass. She beat his ass with a stick, y'all. What did this man do? I'm trying to figure out what did he do to her to make her not only run him over front and back, but she got out with a stick and beat his ass with a stick. Jerica, you might be 4'2", but baby, you pressure, honey. You heavy. Okay? You heavy. Okay? So prayers to Jerica Thomas, her and her family, and prayers to this boyfriend. Prayers to him as well, and hopefully he learned his lesson. Don't be putting your hands on nobody. And especially don't be putting your hands on nobody when you walking and they got a car and they can run you over. Okay, this not what we trying to do. All right, y'all. So now we're moving on over. We got mom pretending to abandon her children, runs over 8-year-old who was grabbing onto door handle as she drives away. Y'all know that little thing, back, when you was a kid or when you was a teenager, when your mom or your daddy might was taking too long, or you had a friend and you would go up and pull the door handle and they'll drive off a little bit, and you will pull the door handle and they'll drive off. I think this is what this story is about. Hold on, let's see. I think this is what this story is about. So it says mom pretending to abandon her children runs over 8-year-old who was grabbing onto the door handle as she drives away. Mm-mm-mm. So this scene where a child was hit by a car at Cedar Glen apartment in Indiana. Y'all, this is just a little something I just wanted to throw in there. This is not Memphis news, but this is just a news from Indiana because this just was an interesting, I thought it was very interesting. So a so-called game an Indiana mom will play with her kids is which she will pretend to drive away and leave the children behind has landed an 8-year-old girl in the hospital with serious injuries. Jasmine White, 27, is facing child neglect charges in South Bend court records show. According to local NBC affiliate WNDU, White was playing what one of her children said was a game in which White races her kids to the car, locks the doors, and asks if she's going to leave them behind. One of her daughters is said to have got her foot caught under the rear tire of the car as it was moving and was pulling to the ground. She allegedly fractured her skull and also suffered orbital fractures, bruises, and a cut on her face so deep it reached bone. The girl also lost 5 teeth. Oh my God, I bet that mama was devastated. The alleged incident occurred on August 29th. White's daughter spent several days in the hospital that included incubation and IV sedation, but she had reportedly been released. One of the girl's siblings described against the investigators, WNDU reported. She reportedly said that the White was driving faster than usual and the 8-year-old was holding onto the door handle when she was run over. Video footage reportedly shows White speeding up at the same time her daughter was hanging onto the passenger door handle, allegedly reaching speeds of 15 to 20 miles per hour. Hold on there, you're supposed to go no more than about 5 miles per hour, 5, 6 miles. White is charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in serious injury and neglect of the dependent resulting in a dangerous situation. She was scheduled to appear in court on Monday. That is so devastating, y'all. That is so devastating. You really have to be, you have to, a lot of the things that we used to do and a lot of the things that was okay, back, in the early 90s and 80s, in the 1900s. You just can't do that stuff no more because things are just really, really dangerous. First of all, mom, you was going like 20 to 15 miles per hour. That was a bit extensive. Like your foot was heavy on that game. Like you supposed to have been going no more than maybe 5, 6 miles per hour. They was little children. They ate. And second of all, maybe that's just not a game we should be playing with 8-year-olds. They don't have a good concept of, maybe we should let the door loose. We should not be holding the door. Maybe once I touch it, I need to let it go. Look, it sounded like that baby really, really was trying to get in their car. She probably had a long day. And she was like, Mama, you playing too much. I'm ready to get in this car. She done held on to the car a little too much. And here it is, you now. You in jail. Or no, you better yet not in jail, but you in a situation where you didn't got your kids taken over a game that you was playing with a motorized vehicle. You know, things happen all the time. Things happen. I give you that, but we have to be more aware and understand what's going on around us and with our children. Sometimes we can't be out here playing games like this. Okay, so to Miss Jasmine White, we pray that it's been about a month. So we praying that this, it's we gonna get some good updates. We're gonna get some real good updates. And that, you have learned your lesson. You ain't gonna be playing with these motorized cars with these kids, and you can move on with your life and this be, a thing of the past. We praying for that baby. We praying that she ain't gonna have no long um strenuous medical conditions because of this game. We pray that, even though, you didn't damn near beat her to the white meat, showed that, she can heal from this. She's a young girl. Hopefully she can heal, and this is a thing of the past, and it's not gonna cause her no issues or no problems in the future. Okay, that's what we praying and hoping for around here.
Facts. All facts. Glizzy. Wish on the star, need rats. Play with the gang, I'ma aim for your back. Yo.
Trigger. Full of the mess like I come from the dentist. Cup full mixed with some shit like a chemist.